Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your dungeon master. My name is Anthony Reed. This is episode 95. It is the last episode of the Forging of the Stone story arc, and things are drawing near. Patrons, patreon.com/adventureinc. That's where you can go if you want to be a patron, like the patrons that I just shouted out. Remember a few seconds ago when I was like, patrons? That was a shout out to them, because they goddamn special. They support the show, they keep the lights on, they keep the show hosted, they keep the show free, and they support us when we do cool things like Tavern Nights and the upcoming Adventure March! Oh boy, I'm very excited. I can't wait. 5 nights of Adventure March in this year. There are 5 Thursdays in March, and we are going to be there for each and every one of them. Stick around, stay tuned for more information. Go to our Discord. That's where you can get a lot of it. The Discord, if you're not part of like a Discord community, I get it. It's like a new thing. It's like an old thing, but it's new again. It's basically a chat room, but now like cool. So, you know, if you're not cool, I can get it, but you should get Discord. It's a great communication platform, and you can hang out with us. We got a great community there that you're going to love to be a part of because you like this show. I feel like they're sort of interlinked. You know, if you didn't like this show, I guess don't go there. Keep listening, I guess, if you're here. It's very confusing that you're just still listening now. It's been like 354 episodes or something like that, and you're just still hanging out. But hey, man, I mean, do what you're gonna do. That's on you, I guess. Hey, let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and scoundrels, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Belroth, the ranger.
She's a Grimalkin, but that's understood. No pets allowed, even though she's not a pet. I will wait outside. Everyone, if anyone needs anything, I am outside.
Skarpin, the cleric.
Should I just try and snipe them from over here?
Yeah, okay. I did say they were as good as dead. I would hate for my, to break my word on our first contract as Adventure Incorporated.
Ellori, the bard.
We would want you to leave this warehouse.
He points behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Church.
Oh, sorry. We want you to leave this church.
ReedDeeran, the wizard.
He say you no worship Shattered Fang.
Yeah, man, he's like super wrong. We love Shattered Fang, man.
Prepare yourselves, for these are the tales of Adventure Incorporated. The boat washes up on the shores of the Demon Isles, just near the entranceway to the pit here on Protection. The city at the base, abandoned, at the base of the temple. Abandoned all those months ago as you watched the people flee from this place. Now, sort of an eerie wind pushes through here, and you can hear the wailing of these empty buildings as you load these people out of the boat and on to the shore here at the Demon Isles. Steph, it looked like you had a question.
Oh, yeah. Do I have +2 to Dex now?
Yeah, you all have +2 to Dex.
Great.
Ooh, that's
Great.
so
+2 to our base dex score, not +2 to the bonus.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to make...
Correct.
Because one of them is way cooler, and I know Anthony doesn't want that to happen. I have 21 dex, though. That's pretty sweet.
It's also just not the rules.
Because of Anthony.
Yeah, thanks, Anthony.
Wow.
Okay. So,
Yo, I have a new AC now, Anthony.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's like a 12 now?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is now.
I think everybody has a new AC.
Yep.
Okay.
Mikey, we gotta get you D&D Beyond.
We gotta get you the core rule book.
Really? At this point?
48 hours of reading, and you'll be fine. Over 6 years. That's why it hasn't stuck.
Plus 2 to wisdom.
Okay. As you unload onto the shores, there have been some changes here. The plants and the plant life around the grass, the trees, they have all been twisted and transformed from the power emanating from the pit. All of the grass is like razor sharp, and it already seems to be bleeding all down the blades. So as you walk through the red grass, like it leaves blood on your feet. And the trees are covered in what look to be like growths and like giant like bulbous growths that ooze pus and eyes and mouths that have opened up in various places on the trees as well. The leaves all turning to like a dark crimson red or purple. There's been some pretty significant shifts in this space here, and you don't hear the sounds of animals, though you do get that sense of destruction heavy in the air here.
Skarpin made sure he was full before leaving land. The other land, not...
Yeah, it's been a boat ride,
full?
but there's been he wasn't. He was still hungry.
Always.
He didn't say
Nice
it,
try,
so-
though. That was smooth.
Yeah. So the boat ride, there was, plenty of fish. I mean, it's been pretty bountiful. The closer you got to the Demon Isles, the larger the fish got and sort of the stranger that they got. And people were starting to get a little leery about eating them in the last couple of days.
Not
But-
Skarpin.
Not Skarpin.
Not Skarpin.
Skarpin will eat a demon fish. He don't care.
Yeah.
Wesley steps down off the boat. He sees the four of you, and he says, it is going to take some time to get the stone in place, I think. But hopefully the enchantments were strong enough to hold, yeah? I am still serious about my intent to be on the other side of the stone when it seals. We need a last line of defense, and if that is me, then it is me.
Well, I don't think we should allow that. We do have a way that we can, in theory, have a better chance at returning now. Which all of you know that I got like the destruction crown too. So I don't think you need to throw yourself on the sword if we have a way that's better.
My thought is that we would seal the stone in place, and I would be on the other side with my back to it, and if they try to cross the path of bones, and they try to destroy the stone again, I will be here. I'll be there to stop them from coming across. I will be there to stop them from trying to break the seal.
But what if, like, you starve before then? How are you going to survive in that place?
There are some magics I can use to sustain myself. It is possible I will not be able to sustain myself forever, but if I can buy you 100 years, it'll be worth it. If they don't attack me and I die on the other side before then, I think I could survive 100 years. If I can access magic.
But why don't you just stay on the good side and we see if it works, and then if it doesn't work, we detect that there's destruction seeping through, then maybe we'll join you.
If we put the stone in place, and it works, and it holds from this side, and they cross the path of bones, and they destroy the stone from the other side, then they are back through again. And then I cannot stop them, because they will already have broken the stone. If I stop them from that
the
side,
stone the first time.
well, yes, true.
The only reason the stone broke is because of what Archimedes made you do.
We weakened it, we broke it, they smashed it.
I don't know if there's a difference.
The second thing is, like, what about, like, okay, the King of Thieves says that this just straight up isn't going to work.
Why does he think that?
Because it took the power of the Titans stealing everybody's wills to make it work the first time. And so, like, if that's what it takes to do this, no amount of spellstone is going to solve that problem, you know? And so it feels, it doesn't feel like the right move is to have you go through this thing and then try to seal it. What if instead we tried to seal it, and then if it doesn't work, we all go through?
When we broke the stone, we stopped. We broke the seal, but we did not open the door. It was like we, a door with a deadbolt, yes?
Sure.
It is like we unlatched the bolt. And it was the demons on the other side who opened the door. They smashed their way through what they now could access. I am afraid that if we put this in place, it will be as though there is no bolt. And they will be able to smash through again. If I am on this side of door, I cannot stop the smashing. If I am on that side of door, perhaps I also cannot stop the smashing, but I can certainly do a lot more to stop the smashing than if I am on this side of door. I appreciate that you do not want me to throw my life away, and I truly do not wish to do it either, but I also feel like I owe this world. This is my fault. Even if it was not my fault alone, and it is not solely my burden to bear, it is still my fault, and I still must make amends.
I guess what I'm saying, and I guess maybe what ReedDeeran is also saying, is if this doesn't work, and you go to defend it, and that doesn't work, then you're just killing yourself because you feel guilty as opposed to solving the problem.
I am dying trying to solve the problem. Do you think it would be any different if the door broke down and I am on this side? If I can stop them here, I can stop. If I can't stop them there, I can't stop them here.
I'm saying that we together could solve the problem instead of you throwing yourself on a spear because you feel like you owe it to the world, instead of doing what you owe to the world, which is fixing the problem with everyone. I don't think that you throwing your own life away is as effective. It isn't going to work. And even if it's only 100 years, then it's a problem in 100 years. I think we have a way that we could, if the first part, plan A, the stone doesn't work, we have a plan B, which is we all go in.
I mean, if we put the stone in place, We are still just buying time. But that is what the Titans did. They bought time. The demons, they are destruction. They will find another way out. They will smash their way into our world. But our hope is that it will be far beyond the reach or touch of anyone that we hold dear. And maybe it'll be at a time and place in which people of this world can do something about it. The Titans gambled our future. They gave a lot. But we recovered. And this time, hopefully, we can still ride on what they bought. We can still put in place, and then 300 years from now, 500 years from now, 1,000 years from now, or 10 days from now, this enchantment fails. We will be more prepared than we are today. That is the hope. That is all I can do, is buy time. That is all I know how to do. If I do it here or I do it there, it does not matter to me anymore.
There's another option, man.
ReedDeeran,
Like, if we go into the pit, we can kill the demons.
And if we do that, and if we fail, we need someone on the other side to close the door.
You would... What you describe is unlikely at best. And I think most would call dangerous and reckless. Yes?
I mean, we were given a tool to help us get back. And we know that the Demon Queen, we're not going to have to deal with her.
Why would you not have to deal with her?
She made deals that she can't keep.
Can you prove it?
We'd have to get them all in the same room, I suppose.
yeah, I feel like we've been pretty convincing to a few of them so far.
Well, she promised... So, what we know is that she promised... I don't know exactly what this means, but she promised mind, body, and spirit to her demon lieutenants, but she can't deliver that, even if she takes over the world.
Well, perhaps there's... What do we know? We know... Which of the demons... do you know what she has promised to any of them?
Yeah, we know that she promised the bodies to the twins, right?
Yes.
Yeah, to the strangers.
The strangers.
That makes sense. The strangers have been known to inhabit, possess, control bodies. Mm-hmm. Yes, that is their power. That is what they do. So if she promised to them a playground of unlimited bodies of which they could access and control, that is a promise that she made to them.
I mean, we've got a pretty good guess on a couple of the others, I'd think.
But so if she promised them their bodies, right? But then also she promised Nosferatu that he could have all of the greater races as thralls. Is that a conflict? Is
well,
that
that's
like
what I'm thinking. So I would assume, for me, an obvious one might be Old Scratch their minds, right? That she
Sure.
promised
That
the
would
mind.
make sense.
Right. So, along those lines, Deeran, is that exactly what I was thinking? That what good is a body if your mind is being controlled by Old Scratch and you don't have a soul because that's promised to death?
We know the accuser manipulates your mind and how you perceive things. I'm assuming she promised mind to the accuser.
I do not think she does.
Well,
I think that she manipulates your perception, but I do not think it is of your mind.
think it's of your spirit?
Do you think that's...
I think it is of your spirit.
So, like, people keep saying spirit, man, and, like... is this, like, a religion thing? Like, what?
No. People have a fire, an essence to them. No, when I start talking about fire, it sounds like I'm talking about religion again because of my leanings. I get that, but people have within them an energy, strength of spirit. They have Ellori, your power comes from your spirit. It comes from your ability to connect with people. It comes from your strength of will that you exert. This spirit, this energy is part of all of us. There is a quality, a charismatic quality that some people have, but everyone has to some degree. Even Belroth. And that quality... It's
fine. My mind is better than my spirit.
Stop talking about how tasty your
I'm
brain
not talking
is. There
about
could
that.
be.
There's no mind flayers around. We're fine.
You don't know
Yes,
that.
I do.
Deeran's checking the room for mind players. It's the first time he's been perceptive. Oh shit. That is a 17.
No mind flayers. No mind flayers
Yeah,
present.
nice. Yeah, not visible anyway.
But so I think that the accuser, she accesses your spirit. She dampens your spirit. And it is through that dampening of your fire, of your being, that she is able to shift the way you perceive time. You become lethargic as the world moves around you.
Well, then...
So the question becomes, is what she has promised to the accuser and what she has promised to death, are they actually in conflict?
Well, I assume...
Obviously, I think you are right, Ellori, that he is accessing their soul, their spirit.
Yes.
But does that conflict with the exact promise that she gave?
Well, what did you find out from Death when you talked to him?
That it is that piece of the soul that he claims when one dies. It is their spirit that used to... They say in the old days, when the realm of death was connected to this world, that your spirit would travel from here through the gates of death, and you would head to whatever was beyond there. And then, of course, when the gates of death closed, our world became more of a static place for people who died. You know, if you wander the spirit, you wander the forest at night, you are bound to see the Khonshu who manifest in the forest, the spirits of those who have passed and have not moved on. It is those spirits that he connects with, that he absorbs, that he fuels himself with. The spirits of the dead. He does not care for the body. He does not care for the mind. Those are dead to him already. It is that spirit that burns on.
Okay.
But if he was promised the spirit when they are dead, and she was promised the spirit when they are alive, that may not be in conflict.
Sure. But could the bodies be a conflict with Nosferatu and the strangers?
Certainly could be. I would suspect that Nosferatu was promised that he would have... I mean, you spoke with him. I don't know if he made any indication.
I mean, I think he was... I'm not sure he understood what I was trying to say. When I was talking about if you turn everyone into vampires, there won't be anyone left to eat. But it did seem like that was his plan, was that everyone was going to be under his, thing.
I can't imagine that the strangers would be happy about that.
Right, that their
that
bodies
would be within
are
line with what their promise.
Exactly, because that means that whatever body they're in is under full control of Nosferatu.
So, I think then maybe it's not that she ever promised conflicting things, right? Because we know that when we united the twins, she immediately attacked them. Maybe the conflict is she was promising something that she expected them to not be able to get, in that she would gladly saw the strangers be destroyed. She gladly refused to help any of her people who she promised pacts to. Maybe she made a pact with the intention of them just attacking each other. Yes, the conflicts would maybe help, but then when she saw adventurers, she was just like, oh yeah, sure, destroy them. Maybe that's how she didn't...
Well, yeah, yes. Like, because she promised them things that she can't deliver, she's broken, like, her pacts.
But then, so wouldn't she just want us to then shut the door? That's what I'm saying.
Not if they can destroy her.
Well, the only reason they could get through the Path of Bones is because she helped them get through the Path of Bones. I think she wants us to shut the door and then be on the other side of the door.
Well, not now, because all those demons are back in the pit.
Even her? Do we know that for a fact?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we've heard it a few times that she's not here.
I think her intent was always to send forth her champions, and whatever ones managed to claim this place for her would get her favor. If they all managed to claim this world for her, that would be something she would have to deal with, but I think she always expected them to turn on one another before she had to fulfill any part of her bargain. And she's probably right. But that does not mean she has not made the deal.
Right.
So I guess the question is, how do we convince a bunch of demons to
unite against her?
Work together to kill the person that we can't?
Yeah, I mean, you will have to have them... You have to force them to agree to basically see through their deals in order to prove that she has violated her end of the agreement and allow the destruction to overtake them from their vows.
Yeah, I feel like we're just gonna march right up to them and say, if you can't kill together, you're gonna die alone.
I do not know how you will do this. If this is what you wish to do, I don't know how it can be done. I don't know if you can just... But I do know that the way these things tend to work, if they have power over these deals, they will need to exert that power. They will need to know that what they have done, that they have been duped, and they will need to execute upon that in order for the power to take hold. If they are happy with the deal they have, then nothing will ever happen to her.
I mean,
so
if they are all in the same room, which is a terrifying moment for us, how do we just get them to declare the pact they have with her? Because then they can at least see, hey, but I was promised that, but I was promised that, but I was promised that. Right?
We could confront them with it. We could, Nosferat's kind of a talker. It was just, hey, you were promised this, we know it. So wasn't the strangers.
If you walk the path of bones, I will tell you that I would find it very unlikely you will not find all of them there.
Well, except for death.
Well, yes. There is that.
Who we know was given a special pact and is why that he could be different than the rest of them, which is also another exception she made. I think she was particularly hedging her bets with death.
I think so too. I mean, he is a creature of obviously he is a creature of very powerful destruction, and I think that she intended that if the others tried to exert their will upon him, he would end them.
All right. Deeran looks at the path leading down to where the stone goes. Back at the group. I guess we gotta go find out some information about some packs.
Well, I have one more thing. I'm since I maybe can bring the Titans back. What do we think a good moment for that would be?
What do you mean?
Well, if I sing a little song, all the Titans will come back. But, unclear.
Yeah, the King of Thieves thinks, heard...
My song of creation. I believe him.
Oh, yeah, by the way...
we haven't shared this.
Wesley, we've got one other thing on our side. Deeran looks at Ellery.
Me. It's me. Hi.
You're the problem.
Yeah. It's me. Yeah. So we're thinking maybe, I've been working on it, but it's definitely not ready yet. I feel like the more I think about it, the less spontaneous it's gonna be, but I kind of want, I'm a little nervous about too much spontaneity. I'm thinking maybe we should have a plan for when I should try to force that out of myself.
I'm still not 100% certain what is going on here.
I sing a song and the Titans all come back.
Do you know this? How do you know this?
The King of Thieves said it might happen.
Okay, the King of Thieves has many ideas.
Yeah, but I also kind of believe everything he says.
Well, okay.
He also told us to murder Archimedes Silverblade, but we didn't
I'm
commit
more
to that
inclined
one.
to help with that, to be on board with that than I ever have been.
And this is why we need
That
you on
makes
this
sense.
side and not that side.
I cannot murder Archimedes Silverblade.
Why?
Because so
it a
far he
pact?
has not done anything that I have not also done.
Oh.
And I don't think that would be... That's not justice. Or if it is, then I need to be next.
I mean,
Man, that's what I was saying to the King of Thieves. Is if I just had some proof of how evil he was, I'd be on board,
Right.
I do not think Archimedes Silverblade is evil.
then what is his...
I think that he is greedy. But I think that he seeks power to help his kind.
His kind is a very specific choice
The
of
powerful?
words.
Those who are touched by magic in a way that, for instance, you, Deeran, or you, Ellori, are. You are wielders of arcane arts. He has focused his life on trying to protect those who wield those arts as they come back into this world. And I think that he will do anything for that.
Okay. Back to the Titans, though.
I would be...
Just pretend, it's true.
Let's say you can bring the Titans back. When is the best time to bring the Titans back? Yesterday. When is the second best time to bring the Titans back? Right now.
Oh no, I'm not feeling inspired right now because you're yelling at me.
I do think he's right, though.
I can't do it right now.
But if we could be sure that what you can do is bring back the Titans, then yes, I would say do the thing. If we cannot be sure that what you do is bring back the Titans and that this is not a power for some other purpose, then I think it is reckless to simply do it when we have, especially if you do not feel that this moment is key, then there is that the power within you will know. It will know when it is ready. And if this is not the moment, this is not the moment.
Yeah, this is not the moment.
Then I don't think it brings the Titans back, and if it does, then the moment is an asshole.
Yeah, probably that, and it's kind of like a yes and sort of situation there, Westley.
It doesn't have to be one or the other, right?
That's what I've learned.
If there's one thing I feel like we've all learned throughout this whole experience is that definitely the moment is an asshole, and also other stuff.
All right, well, I'll just hold it in my back pocket and wait for it to hit me, I guess.
Yeah, honestly.
If you retrieved this tool, I am sure that it will be valuable in defeating the Empress and her plans, or, in some way to dealing with the situation. But I do not know what that would be.
Or it's just like a coincidence. I'm just kidding. You know it's not a coincidence, man. Everything's connected. There's definitely something there.
I was nervous for a second there.
Yeah, I saw all of you. I was like, don't you know me by now? Come on.
No, it was very strange for a second.
Too good of a joke. Too good in this moment, too.
So,
well, I want to go into the pit and fight them and convince them that the deals were overextended, because if they escape again, we'll have to do this all over again, and I don't know that we can. And they'll probably be more powerful. They know us.
Yeah, we won't have surprise.
One way or the other, we're going in.
So how do we want to do this, then?
Yeah, I guess your choice, Wesley, is like, do you want to come with us or do you want to stay up here?
I mean, I never really wanted to go into pit, but I do not want you to go into pit alone. Even together, you are... if you are going into pit... Huh?
I said so strong, man. Like, don't do this to us now, man. Like, we're on the verge of making a choice here, man. Don't.
If you are going into pit, I will go with you. There is no reason you should face this without me, especially if I can help in any way, and as it is largely my fault. But, you say you want to go in pit. No, I never wanted to go in pit. I didn't want to go in pit before. I still don't want to go in pit. What do we do about the stone? Do we have them seal it behind us?
Maybe we can give a signal. I have a way to send a messenger. And if we have somebody out here whose job it is to sleep, or at least, multiple people, I could send somebody through the dream to let them know to seal it.
Are you sure you can touch the dream from inside the pit?
No. But if the door isn't sealed, it's gotta be a clear shot.
I think if we did that, we would need to set up... Look, we need to prepare for the very real possibility that we are all going to die in there. So if that is the case, then we do not need a method for contacting and asking for door to be closed. We need method for, we are still alive, please continue to hold door open. And then if message is not received, well, that's difficult then. that is problem.
Yeah.
I think whatever methodology we have for getting message out, it needs to be something that we can keep up, and that if that message is no longer received, door must be shut.
Okay, this is gonna sound kind of stupid.
Oh boy.
So getting into the pit is just walking through that gate, right?
Yes.
What if we just, like, take some rope with us? And if they stop feeling, a pull on the other end or whatever, they'll know.
Just don't know
How much
rope we'll need, right?
Yeah, how much rope will that be?
Listen, man, I'm wearing 2 cloaks. If we have to, we can pull the threads out of all of this.
I mean, that is... I hear what you're saying.
It's pretty far.
Yeah, I mean, logistically, if we can make that happen, okay.
It's kind of stupid, but, like...
I just worry about the actual practicality. This? Yeah, I worry about the practicality of such a thing, about dragging a rope from the entrance of the pit to wherever we must go on the other side of the Path of Bones. Around a corner. What do we do about corners? It gets difficult, but not untenable. But if there's a better idea, that would be great. If not, then the rope it is, I guess, and we'll just do what we can.
Do you have any cell stones?
Me? No. That would have been valuable to give you a long time ago. If I
would have been great, yes. You're hard to find sometimes.
Yeah.
Can anyone teleport?
Not very far.
Yeah, I can teleport 500 feet.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be longer than that.
Can anyone travel to the ethereal
Westley.
plane?
Can you stash someone up there?
In the ethereal plane?
Yeah, who could get back down?
Is it down? Is the ethereal plane up?
No, I didn't want to open up a whole can of worms.
Is that up?
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of along.
Truly,
Okay.
I'm not even really sure where the pit would be in any sort of model. I assume the same place you would put, the Celestial and the Fae and the Shadow Realms.
Oh, I
kinda
thought we
hoping
were
it was
just
a big
climbing
hole.
down into a big hole. Yeah, Skarpin.
Well, yeah, I mean, sort of.
That was our working idea.
Yeah, like it looked like down. Remember, when we saw it.
Yeah, but that metaphysically doesn't mean anything.
Sure,
Right.
but conceptually.
I read the word metaphysically last week. Don't ask me what it means, but I did read that word.
Wait a minute. Are you... Deeran looks around the, collection of workers that's, wandering through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess... Never mind. I was thinking, can't one of these people just, cast locate object on us? And, if something that we have stops moving... Oh, but that would have to be, they would have to, be within 1,000 feet of us or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think that works interplanarily. We... Okay, we have another option, but it is risky.
We seal the pit behind us.
And
Knock on
then
the
we
door.
hope that Skarpin's dream can escape the pit and travel back to the material plane on other side of door, and they can open door for us.
Yeah. I bet it will. Wesley, how did you unlock the deadbolt the first time? Maybe that'll be useful on the inside too.
I mean, we could, I suppose, if we were so inclined, we could destroy the door from the inside.
That seems like a bad idea.
Well, if we succeed and we're just inside a locked door, that'd be useful.
This, of course, assumes the door holds it all.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is plan?
I don't know if there's another thing. We don't have anything that we can attune that exists in two places. Do we?
No.
Not that, just not like the theoretical long distance, no.
If only we had like a scroll of like plane shift.
That would be nice. Or like a portable hole.
I don't know
Oh,
if that'd
yeah.
be useful here.
Portable hole right into the ethereal realm. From there, we could punch through the side and head like out into the ethereal realm and, as a whole. Oh, much easier that way.
That
Is it?
sounds illogical, but
Wait, would that work?
Well, possibly. It'd work better than not doing that.
I guess you're right. Maybe.
all right.
We'd either
well,
suffocate or die.
Well, sure, but also possible we just die in process.
Right.
So,
that was
you
what
know,
the or
it's-
die was.
I mean, before we even get there.
We would die or suffocate or die a different way.
Oh, we're talking
Or
so
die.
much about dying again.
Yeah,
It's really
honestly,
bumming
this-
me out.
Yeah, this isn't helping me feel good. Skarpin, can you... What about... Do demons dream?
I don't know.
Old Scratch can control the dream.
He lives and controls the realm.
So if
But
Old Scratch can do it...
But he couldn't do it from the other realm. If we only had...
Yeah, I don't know that was dreaming as y'all dream. Might be dreaming as I dream, where I can just.
I mean, you
enter
could
at
also
will.
just tell us a secret that we're not supposed to know, and then we can then prove whether or not the dreamscape is transferable and can access us there.
Yeah, I'm not telling you the
Well,
fading.
I'm just
Belroth.
saying it would be an excellent way to prove it in a different dimension.
Oh, Wesley, you heard that. So I know what the fading is.
Oh,
But he
I'm
can't
not
tell
telling
us.
you.
Or we'd have to die.
Quite possibly. Yeah. That's the worry. But
how?
so we're jumping in the pit with the demon stone behind us. Sounds like.
So you can know, and you are not dead.
Yeah.
Wesley.
Why can you know and not be dead?
Deeran has a question.
How do you feel about visiting the Deadlands?
Huh?
Well, then
We
he
are
could
quite
know.
a ways from the Deadlands.
No, but then you could know,
If I visit the Deadlands, I
And
can know.
become
right, Skarpin? That's what makes you not be able to dream?
That would eventually work for him.
If I do not dream, then
you
I
can't
can
be
know.
murdered in your dreams.
It is in your dreams that you would be killed?
I feel like we're talking a lot about this, and it's not really helping us with the demon problem.
Well, yeah, someone brought it up, and I knew Westley wasn't going to let it go, but now he knows.
Well, he should. We have better, important issues to work on. If we survive this, Westley, we can head to the Deadlands if you want. And then after a while, I'll tell you all about the fading.
He doesn't say anything, but you can tell he's definitely thinking. Like, he's a million miles away thinking through 1,000 angles on this.
Yeah. Well, say hi to my parents.
So are we just going to do this and hope Skarpin can get us out?
I don't know what other option we have.
Yeah, because
Rope.
best case scenario, it worked. We succeed, and then I send the dream, and then they crack open the demon stone, and we get out. That's it.
What about backup rope?
Yeah, we could do the rope thing too.
So, okay, let's try the rope thing first with like a rock or whatever. Let's go down to the pit.
Yeah.
Like, see the pit, throw a rock through, and see if we can pull the rock back out.
Oh, smart. Okay. Yeah.
And then we'll know if the rope will work or not.
Is it just like a gaping hole that's just sitting there? I feel like
don't-
there's
we don't
demons
know
going
that-
in and out.
You don't remember looking at it when all those bad guys came pouring out of it?
Yeah, I don't know that we're going to get rock throwing test experimentation
only one
close.
One way
Why?
to try.
We have to go through
Yeah.
it. Skarpin, what do you
just
mean
gonna
we're
run.
not going to get close enough to throw a rock? We have to walk through this thing, man.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, we will. All right. I support your decision.
I mean, if a rock fucks it all up, then, like, we're going to do a lot worse when we go through there, man.
You tie a rock to a rope, and you head to the swirling portal of the pit that is in the Temple of Protection. And this space for the demon stone is there. This large opening, the room around you has been blown out, walls crumbling, ceiling gone, and you swing the rock a couple of times and toss it through this spinning gateway, the portal of silver and black light, and the rope goes taut, and then it starts to like pull through your hands, like pulling into the portal.
I need your help. Come on. Deeran's fighting the
Belroth
rope
helps.
to try to pull the rope back through.
I need strength checks for everyone who's pulling on the rope.
Oh, no. Deeran's going fucking ass over tea kettle.
Belroth rolled a 17. Are you fucking kidding me, bud? No way.
It's not a 0. Deeran's -1 strength. I rolled a 2. So that's a 1 total.
I've got a 15.
A 15. Okay. Did Skarpin grab on?
Yeah, 8.
Okay. And Westley grabbed on for a 10. You guys grabbed... So Deeran's the first to grab the rope. And Deeran, it just like pulls you forward, the rope tugging much harder than you are, your feet sliding across the dirt. Everyone else grabs on, and they manage to slow the pull enough that you are like just about a half an inch away from the entrance to the pit when you get your feet under you, but this thing is still pulling hard. And you feel like you guys collectively, the 5 of you, have enough strength to stop it from pulling and not enough strength to pull it back. And you're starting to get the feeling on the rope that you're actually straining the rope by putting this equal force on both sides of it.
Yeah, Deeran, let's go.
Yeah, everyone falls
I'm
back.
too close. Yeah, Deeran's hands pop up. I'm too close.
It's like a strand of spaghetti. It's like and the rope just like and then disappears into the pit.
Anthony
Dangerous.
eats spaghetti very intensely.
Yes. Yes, of course I do.
Hey, I don't know if the rope's gonna work.
I don't think the rope's gonna work.
Seems
I'm
like
just
all we've
impressed
got
we
is
got
a dream.
here. Just thought there would be a lot of demons
how long
around.
do we think? Well, I was gonna say maybe they could keep it open for a period of time, but we don't know how long it's gonna take.
Or what time is like in
That's
there.
also true.
Who knows? You know? Skarpin,
What?
can you do this?
Yeah. I will. Yes, Deeran, I can do this. That wasn't very confident sounding, but I'm as confident as I've ever been. I've learned new tricks, and this has to work.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that there's another way.
I trust that Skarpin can do it.
Yeah, if he says he can do it, let's do this.
All together on 3?
All together on 3.
All right, one.
Hillary holds her hands out.
Deeran puts his hands out.
Belroth puts his hands
Holds
out.
onto
Are we
it.
gonna grab hands, or are we just holding our arms out?
Of course, we're gonna grab hands.
Sorry. I'm just very nervous.
When have we ever done something like this and not grabbed hands first to make sure that we're all safe?
Like once, but that was when Skarpin went without us.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
horrible.
right. You're right. And Belroth grabs
Wesley, grab somebody's hands.
someone's hands.
Wesley turns back and gives the signal to move the stone into place, and then he grabs on to a hand.
Belroth puts one hand on Freya and then grabs, I think, someone else's hand.
1,
2, 3.
3.
All together.
You step into the pit. There is a swirling sensation as this silvery, dark energy coalesces around you. It is a sensation of dizzying speed. There is a crushing, a pulling, a twisting as you pass between realities. As your vision refocuses on the other side of the pit, you are falling down toward a dark and jagged ground. Spikes of stone rising up out of the earth below you. The fall is not far, just far enough to, you manage to all tumble together into a heap. A rock with a rope around it just off to the side next to you. And as you stand up and look at the landscape around, the dark red ball of light overhead and the twisted form of a city miles in the distance with its jagged stone uprisings all throughout this city of demons here within the pit. The path before you, rightfully called the Path of Bone, as these massive, like a rib cage, juts out of the ground above this long, winding path. A path that fills you with foreboding when you look at it. In the sky above you, there is a black symbol burned into the air that you have fallen from. A rune of some kind that you do not recognize, but the ley line of power above you, the only connection back to the material plane. And as the demon stone is set into place, the ley line above you winks out. Hey everyone, DM Anthony here, just reminding you that if you're enjoying the show, tell your friends, tell your family, let people know, word of mouth, and you can support the show at patreon.com/adventureinc, or you can check out the shop at adventureincpod.com/shop. Make sure you check the show notes and the website for all our social media, including our Discord, where you can come and hang out with some great people. We'll see you there. And until next week, I wish you nothing but critical success.